Hello and welcome to this video. You're probably here today watching this video because you're thinking about attending the University of Utah and you're interested in a lot of different topics, or you're not sure what you're interested in. So today we're going to talk about how to find your major path at the U, which is something you can absolutely do. I know it sounds intimidating, but there are so many different resources and advisors dedicated to help students like you along the way. As you begin the exploration process, there are a few things you should know up front, and we're going to talk through each of these throughout the presentation today. So for our first one, maybe you're thinking most students enter college decided about their major. Why haven't I chosen my major? Know that you're not alone. Each year, roughly 1/3 of incoming freshmen nationwide are undecided on their major. So one of these 3 students you see in the photo. And of those students who start college undecided, 50% of them actually change their major at least once. You do not need to know what degree you want to complete in order to start your education at the U. Deciding what's the right fit for you is part of that college journey. And every college journey is going to look a little bit different. Every student at the U is going to have a different story, and you can actually hear more about some of these different major paths by following us on Instagram. Check us out at UVU Advising, where each Wednesday we share a new story about a student's major exploration path. And there are so many major paths available. The U offers over 90 majors and over 110 minors. Applying to the U will keep your options open and give you lots of different majors to explore. This means that academically, you'll find almost any subject you're looking for, and socially and professionally, it's just as unlimited. And even before you join the U, you can actually look through our majors.utah.edu website. So you can get your phone out right now or open up a browser to check this out. So scroll through and choose an icon that says majors below it. This will take you to the actual quick look page. And this is a tool where you can search all majors, minors, and certificates at the U. You can even search by interest or by college. If you think that there being 100+ majors to choose from, you might be wondering, how do I get started? So know that major exploration is a process. I do have a knack for corny analogies, so we're going to walk through this one together. Let's say that you signed up for a pizza cooking class. You wouldn't be surprised there that everyone will be making a pizza, but you wouldn't expect every pizza to be identical at the end of the class. So like in college, everyone chooses a major, but not every major and no 2 degrees are exactly the same. There's a process to personalizing your pizza, just like there's a process to find the major that best fits you. For example, choose your toppings. Think about what you like, your interests. Or think about the ingredients you're going to purchase. So what are your values? Do you value knowing how your produce was sourced? Or consider your capacity. What are your skills? Could you make your own sauce? Could you make your own dough? Are you going to roast your own peppers? Something like that. This might be a silly example, but those are the same steps. Thinking about your likes, your values, and your capacity or skills are the same for choosing a major. And you can start that process right now. Begin with self-exploration. What are your interests? What do you value? What is important to you? What are you good at? Or what is a skill you're wanting to learn? Next, explore majors and careers available. Make a list of majors and/or career paths that interest you. And the last thing I want you to know is that you're going to be having questions. Choosing your major is a process. It won't happen with the snap of your finger. And likely you have questions right now. Let's talk through some of the most common questions that we hear as advisors. Number 1. Can I change my major? Absolutely. As we kind of talk through some of those statistics, many students who even think that they know what their major is coming into college end up changing that at least once. At the U, you can absolutely change your major. Number 2, can I have more than one major? Yes, you definitely can. The University of Utah allows you to have more than one major. If you're already, let's say, declared in one major and you take a class that you really love, or the curriculum of one major really happens to go well with your other major, definitely look into doing a double major. That's a great way to be exposed to different fields and add more to your education. Number 3, what if I'm interested in everything? Well, good news, the University of Utah has what's called general education classes. And by selecting your general education courses purposefully, it allows you to explore your various interests. So it is true that general education courses are required. They're meant to help broaden your perspectives and give you an opportunity to take a class in a completely different field. And although they're required, make it fun. Really search to find a really interesting class. Number 4, when do I need to decide on a major? So there's not a hard and fast deadline for declaring a major. At the point which you do get to 60 credit hours, you will be asked to have an undeclared advising appointment with someone who's a general academic advisor to kind of talk about your options. For different majors, there may be different requirements, and it's good to kind of know if you're wanting to go into a major that has a lot of requirements, when you need to get started, or kind of what that path looks like to declaring that appointment. Is it okay if I start college undecided on my major? Yes, so definitely. The whole point of this presentation is to let you know that the exploration mindset can be really beneficial as you start university. It gives you a lot more options. And again, for most of you, you're probably coming from high school. Going to university, you're going to be presented with so many more options and opportunities that you haven't had. So the exploration mindset is actually a great way to start out your college journey. What if I know the career I want, but not my major? So that's a really good question. In terms of finding majors that fit careers or certain skills, how do you get these? So there are specific majors that are more technical that do filter into a career. So a good example would be nursing. So if you major in nursing, you're really going to have the skills and the experience to then go on and actually be a nurse in that career field. Whereas most of the time, a lot of our other degrees won't necessarily filter into a specific career. If you're looking at a job application, what they're looking for, very rarely are you going to actually see a specific major required in order to apply for that job. What they're really going to be looking at is the skills that you've learned throughout your undergraduate experience, through your major, that can be applied to the specific role. So there's endless options in terms of the major and career combination. Number 7, can I make the wrong choice in choosing a major? There is actually no right choice. There's only choices. Your major is a balance of your interests, your skills, and your values. And this is a really great question to talk with an advisor during a one-on-one appointment, when they can really get to know you and what you care about and help you find that which choice is going to most align with what you're wanting to get out of your university experience. As you think through all of these questions and other questions that you'll have in the future, please know that you have support. The Academic Advising Center is the home for exploring students, and here's a picture of us here. And we really want you to know there are so many different resources and advisors on campus who students can speak with about the major exploration process. There are no bad questions, there are no wrong questions to ask throughout this process, and we really want you to know that we're here for you to support you. Last but not least, please reach out if you have any questions. You can reach us by making a one-on-one appointment at appointments.utah.edu. You can call us by phone to set up an appointment or to talk to an advisor, or you can send us an email at aacreception@utah.edu, and we'll be happy to help you there. Thanks so much for listening.